So first law ಹೇಳ್ರ law of inertia correct. First law na ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರಪ್ಪ? Say topic name laws of motion plus work energy power. See, I told you first year ಗೆ relevant ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ questions ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Total 20 questions maximum. So you have to give very less importance to first year and very most important, okay, most important second year syllabus. 45 questions ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 40 to 45 questions from second year maximum. This is first PUC, this is second PUC. So second PUC na ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಟೋಟಲ್ 6 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ 7 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. 6 + 1 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 15 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 15 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ 1 ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಇಲ್ಲ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್? ಲಾ ಆಫ್ inertia. Okay, Newton's second law. Can anybody tell me what is the other name of Newton's second law? Law of momentum. Law of force. So third item, third law, it is law of momentum. Law of momentum. See, first law is called law of inertia. Second law is called law of force. Third law is called law of momentum. First law, everybody continues to be at rest, okay, or uniform motion along a straight line unless it is acted by an external force. That is law of inertia. Inertia means inability of the body, okay, to be in a state of rest or uniform motion. So it is called what? Inertia. Second one, law of force. Applied force is directly proportional to what? Applied force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum, dp by dt. Applied force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. So it is called law of force. From this expression we derive F is equal to ma, okay, using Newton's second law. And law of momentum, total momentum before collision, that is p1 plus p2. P1 p2 are the momentum of two bodies before collision, will be equal to p1 dash plus p2 dash, or m1 u1 plus m2 u2. This will be equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. So these are the relevant things, okay. Newton's laws, 3 Newton's laws. This is most important expression. You must also know recoil velocity expression. Recoil velocity expression. Recoil velocity means what? If you assume u1 is the bullet, okay, initial velocity, and v1 is the velocity, final velocity of the bullet, u2 is the initial velocity of the gun, v2 is the initial velocity, final velocity of the gun. However, in both the cases, now remember, here initial velocity bullet, okay, so it will be 0. Here also initial velocity of the gun, both will be 0. So these two will cancel out. Here it is the velocity of the bullet, velocity of the gun. If you want velocity of the gun, it will be m1 v1 divided by m2, which is equal to v2. This will give rise to recoil velocity. The velocity with which gun, okay, moves backwards is called recoil velocity. Negative sign indicates what? Direction, opposite direction alli ide anta. And we are familiar with the parallelogram law. Parallelogram law no gottu. R is equal to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. 2pq cos theta. Correct and wrong? Correct, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now suppose Here is a lift, and if there is a person inside the lift. Suppose if he is moving downwards idre ಏನ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? Mass, okay, G minus A. So if he is moving upwards, so M into G plus A, which means suppose if the lift is coming down, you will experience weightlessness. Means weightlessness not exactly at some time, like not at all time, at a particular time you will experience weightlessness. Means there will be a decrease in the weight as assumed, okay, or else it is also called apparent weight. So here weight of the person appears to be decreases when the lift is moving down. When the lift is moving up, what happens? When the lift is moving up, what happens?
You'll feel like you have gained a little more weight.
There will be an increase in the weight. So in left ಬೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ನ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ weight ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? appears to be increase. appears to increase. So ಅದೇ ತರ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ appears to decrease. So work energy power, work ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ? What is work? Force into distance. Okay, force into distance, F dot S. This is dot product. Work is equal to force into distance or displacement. Energy ಏನರೋ expression no? E is equal to mc square. Consider ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ಎನರ್ಜಿಗೆ? ನಾವು ಪವರ್ ಗೆ ಏನರಪ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್? ವರ್ಕ್ ಬೈ ಟೈಮ್. ನೋಡಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. Now take the first question, appeared in 2006 from topic laws of motion. 2006 question. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 15 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. 1.5 ಗಂಟೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀ 10 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. For ordinary terrestrial experiments, the observer in an inertial frame, in the following cases is, I read out again. For ordinary terrestrial experiments, the observer in an inertial frame in the following cases is: option A, a child revolving in a giant wheel. Second option, a driver in a sports car. Moving with a constant high speed of 200 km per hour. 200 km per hour on a straight road. Option C, the pilot of an aeroplane which is taking off. Pilot in an aeroplane which is taking off. Last option, a cyclist negotiating a sharp curve. Now read the question carefully. What is asked? Inertial frame. Okay, and the experiment is taking place in terrestrial ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಅರ್ತ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ತ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಗೆ ಏಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಏಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಅನ್ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಡ್ ಏರಿಯಲ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅನ್ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಟೆರೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಡ್ ಏರಿಯಲ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅನ್ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಇನರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇನರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತು? ಇನರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಇನರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ನಾನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಇನರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಎ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ wheel which is an accelerated frame. Pilot of an aeroplane taking off, so aeroplane moves with certain acceleration. Cyclist, sharp curve, you can call it as what? Uniform circular motion. So these are all okay. Here you will observe acceleration. But a sports car with constant speed, if speed is constant, do you see acceleration? Acceleration iruttendro constant speed idre?
No sir.
No. So answer ಯಾವುದು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ?
B.
Answer is B. So sports car which is moving with a constant speed of 200 km/h along a straight road. Listen, straight road. So constant speed agi hogta ide andre no acceleration. If no acceleration means it is inertial frame. So answer is what? B. ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಯನ್ರ? ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ 2006. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 2008 CET ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಎ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 2008 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಎ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್ is suspended from the ceiling of a lift. The ceiling of a lift. A simple pendulum is suspended from the ceiling of a lift. When the lift is at rest, its time period is T. Its time period is T. When the lift is at rest, its time period is T. With what acceleration? Should the lift be accelerated? With what acceleration should the lift be accelerated? Upwards. In order to reduce its time period to T/2. Reduce its time period to T/2. In bracket you take down G is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. Now read the question carefully. Now take the options first. I will read out again. Options 4G. First option, second option G. Third option 2G. Last option 3G. Now I read out the question again. A simple pendulum is suspended from the ceiling of a lift. When the lift is at rest, its time period is T. When with what acceleration should the lift be accelerated upwards in order to reduce its time period to T/2? Given acceleration due to gravity G. So ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಒಂದು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೇತು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಈ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಆಸಿಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದರ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತಂತೆ? ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್, ನಿಂತಿದೆ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಬೇಕಾಗೋದು T. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಕೇಸು ನೋಡಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ನ. ಆಗ ಈ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು T/2. ಯಾವ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟಿ ಟಿ ಬೈ 2 ಆಗಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟಿ ಬೈ 2 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪೆಂಡುಲಮ್ ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? T is equal to 2 pi into root L divided by G. Correct and wrong? T is equal to 2 pi into root L divided by G. ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? Correct expression na? See, this is the time period expression when the lift is at rest. Next case ಅಲ್ಲಿ T ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತಂತಪ್ಪ? ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಬೇಕಂತೆ T?
Half.
T by 2. T 10 ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಅರ್ಧ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. So T by 2 which is equal to 2 pi into root L by G whole thing divided by 2. ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? Correct?
Yes, sir.
See, I will also write it in different form. 2 pi by 2 into root L by G. Tell me whether it is correct or not.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Now take this T, so take this 2 inside root. A 2 na inside karkondu hogi. See, T by 2 is equal to 2 pi into root L divided by, tell me what is that G? Suppose
G by 4.
No,
G by 4.
4G.
4G. 4G,
4G.
correct? 4G. See, now time period is T by 2. T by 2. Okay. How many times you have increased the acceleration due to gravity? How many times you increased?
4 times. 3.
3 time. Remember, not 4 time. See, you already have 10 rupee. Okay. Already you have 10 rupee. If you increase by 4 times, now add 40. So now it will be 50. You have 4G now. So 4G is actually what? G plus 3G means you have to increase its gravity by how many times?
3 times.
3 times. So 2 pi into root L divided by G plus 3G means you have to increase it by 3 times. So acceleration due to gravity is increased by 3 times. Time period of simple pendulum reduces to half when the lift is moving upwards. Confusions idyanrappa? Confusions idyanra? ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? Next question.
No, sir.
Next question. 2009. Next question. 2009. ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯನ್ರೋ? ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯನ್ರಪ್ಪ? ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರೋ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
No, sir.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರಿ. ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೂವರೆ ಗಂಟೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಳಗಡೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 15 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೂ ಸಮಾಧಾನ, ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬರೀ 10-8 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. A body of mass 0.05 kg, a body of mass 0.05 kg is observed to fall with an acceleration of 9.5 meter per second square. 9.5 meter per second square. The opposing force of air on the body is given G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Given G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Now options. Option A 0.015 Newton. Option B 0.15 Newton. Option C 0.030 Newton, and option D 0. Now read the question carefully. Correct ಆಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ರಪ್ಪ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಸ್ m ಇದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್? 0.05 kg ಇದೆ. See, suppose if the body comes down, ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, now the weight of the body or the force experienced by the body ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ? m into g. ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಬೇಕು? ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬೈ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. 9.8 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್? 9.5 ಮೀಟರ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 9.8 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, air resistance. This resistance, okay, opposes the acceleration due to gravity. So instead of 9.8, it will restrict to 9.5 meter per second square. Now you have to tell me what is the force, that is resistance, force experienced by air.
Sir, option A.
Option
A.
Option A. Let's see. Others, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಪ್ಪ. Now listen. M into G. This is the acceleration due to gravity in the absence of air. Okay, which will be equivalent to M into A acceleration. Sorry, the force with respect to relevant acceleration plus force experienced by air. ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದನ್ರು? Because if you add these two, you will get acceleration due to gravity in the absence of air. Since there is force due to air, now this will be reduces. So now I need F of air, force experienced by the air, or reduction in the, okay, that acceleration due to air resistance, that is force, is given by mg minus ma. M common, G 9.8, acceleration 9.5 meter per second square. M is how much? 0.05 into, so what is the value here? 0.3. So how much is the answer then? 0.015 Newton. 0.015 Newton. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಆನ್ಸರ್? ಯಾವುದು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್?
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ.
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ. ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆಯೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. 2011. 2011 next question. 2011. The resultant of two forces acting at an angle of 120 degree. Resultant of two forces acting of 120 degree, 1 kg weight. 8 kg weight.
Sir, can you repeat it again? Sir, can you repeat it again?
10 kg weight. Resultant of two forces.
So, can you repeat the question?
Sir, your voice is coming twice.
Fine. Now see, the resultant of two forces acting at an angle of 120 degree. The resultant of two forces acting at an angle of 120 degree is 10 kg weight. 10 kg weight. And is perpendicular to one of the forces. and is perpendicular to one of the forces. One of the forces. Okay. That force is option A 10 root 3 kg weight. Option B 20 root 3 kg weight. Units are same. 10 kg weight. Option D 10 by root 3 kg weight. All have units kg weight, kg weight, kg weight. Now read the question carefully and tell me the answer. Anybody got the answer? Now two forces are separated by what angle?
120.
See, this is 120 degrees. Is it correct? Let us call the forces F1 and F2. See, F1 and F2 are the two forces. They have angle 120 degree. The angle between them is 120 degree. Now the resultant of these two forces is perpendicular to one of the force. I will stick to force 1. Now I will write the resultant force here. Now here is the resultant force R, and its value is what? 10 kg weight. This is perpendicular to one of the force. Means now R is perpendicular to F force. Yarigadru objection idya? Any objection? Tondre idya? Now what is asked? What is the value of that force? Andre yaudu perpendicular agide resultant ge a force ina value eno. Now here you have to calculate F1. You agree with me? You have to calculate F1. Fine. So now see, I just extrapolate this. I have some constructions part here. This is relevant to resultant vector. Now here is the construction. Okay. So now here is the construction part. So if this is F1, how about this? F1. If here is F2, what about this? F2. And total 120 degree means here is 90 degree. And how about the remaining one? This one.
30 degree.
30 degree. 30 degree. Correct? Now, correct? Now, see, yarappa, dayaviಟ್ಟು mute ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಪ್ಪ. Okay, now see what happens. I will consider ABC diagram. ABC diagram. Tell me what is a tan theta? What is tan theta? Opposite by adjacent. Correct and wrong?
Yep.
Correct. Opposite by adjacent. So now relevant to 30 degree, which one is the opposite side? F1. How about adjacent side? Resultant R. Resultant R. Now apply tan theta. Theta is how much? 30 degree. F1 divided by 10. What is tan 30? Anybody remember?
1 by root 3.
1 by root 3, which is equal to F divided by 10. F1 divided by 10. Then what is F1? What is 10 root 3? If 10 root 3 is the answer, okay, 10 by root 3, not 10 root 3, sorry, 10 by root 3. Correct and wrong? Because if 10 moves here, F1 value is 10 by root 3. Then option is D. Option in D. Correct and wrong? Nodrappa, yarigaro objection idya? Any problem? Objection idyanra? Work. Next question. 2012. Next question. 2012. A person throws balls into air. A person throws balls into air vertically upward. A person throws balls into air vertically upward in regular intervals of time. In regular intervals of time. In regular intervals of time of 1 second. Regular intervals of time of 1 second. The next ball is thrown. The next ball is thrown when the velocity of the ball thrown earlier. The next ball is thrown when the velocity of ball thrown earlier becomes 0. Becomes 0. Becomes 0. The height to which the ball rise is. The height to which the ball rise is. The height to which the ball rise is. Take G is equal to 10 meter per second square. Take G is equal to 10 meter per second square. First option 5 meter. Second option 10 meter. Third option 7.5 meter. Last option 20 meter. 20 meter. Now read the question carefully. Read the question carefully and tell me the answer. Quick. I told you in the beginning, okay, in the first class itself, there will be 60 questions and 80 minutes will be provided. You have to be so quick. Urgent ಮಾಡದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸರ್? ಈ 1.5 ತಿಂಗಳು ಏನಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟರೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Now listen. So this is the initial point. Now a first ball is thrown at regular intervals. Now here is the initial velocity. I don't know this velocity. With a certain velocity I thrown the ball. So now here is the final velocity. So final velocity when it becomes 0, now the second ball is thrown. Now what is this height? So at which its velocity will be equal to 0. This is what asked. Time period is given. How much? 1 second. Acceleration due to gravity is provided 10 meter per second square. See, can we take h as distance? H in the distance anta tagoboda?
Yes, sir.
In the previous class, what is the distance expression for a body moving up? Ut minus half gt square. Is it correct? S is equal to ut minus half gt square. Is it correct? Correct and wrong? When a body is moving up, here is the expression. But you know, do you know what is the value of u? U got the initial velocity with which it is thrown?
No, sir.
Don't know. First we will have to calculate what is u. Which expression we will use? V is equal to u minus gt. Again the ball is moving up. Final velocity at this position, what is the velocity of the body?
0.
So v, okay. So it will be equal to 0. Now rearranging u is equal to g into t. U is equal to g value is 10, time is 1. So u value is equal to 10 meter per second. We got the value u, initial velocity. Now initial velocity apply okay to this formula. S is the distance traveled by the body. U is 10. Time is 1 minus half. G is again 10. Time is 1 square. So 10 minus. So it is 5. So what is the distance traveled?
5 meters.
5 meter. Then the option is
First option.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ. ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫೆಮಿಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಕೇಕ್ ವಾಕ್. ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ರಿಸ್ಕ್. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಓಕೆ go ahead with these questions. Next question, 2012. 2012. The x and y component of a force. The x and y component of the force. The x and y component of the force F. Y component of the force F acting at 30 degree, acting at 30 degree to x axis, acting at 30 degree to x axis are respectively f by root 2 comma f by 2 comma root 3 by 2f. Option 3, root 3 by 2f comma 1 by 2f. Last option, f comma f divided by root 2. This was appeared in 2012. 2012. ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎಫ್. ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸು ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಇದು ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಗೆ 30 ಡಿಗ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ವೈ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್. ಸಿ, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. If this is u, here it will be u cos theta, x component. Y component is u sin theta. Now, based on that, tell me f cos 30. What is cos 30?
Root 3 by 2.
Root 3 by 2. Tell me in which option you will find root 3 by 2 f as x component.
So C.
Option C. See, you need not to calculate the second one also. Find out f components. Okay, x component, you will arrive at the solution. X component ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? root 3 by 2 f. Now we will search for y component. Y component is what? f sin theta. Okay, f sin 30. Sin 30. What is sin 30?
1 by 2.
So f by 2. Correct. So x component and y component. Now they are in the form root 3 by 2f comma 1 by 2f. Now you will see this option in option C. Answer is option C. Yenrappa kashta ide. Just u component na x component to y component resultant na split madbeku. Splitting up of a single vector into its constituent components is called resolution of a vector. Okay, resolution of a vector. If two or more components are given, and if you need a single component, which is called resultant vector. ಎರಡರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡೋದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದರಿಂದ ಎರಡು ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೆಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. Now 2018 question. 2018 question. 2018 question. A man weighing 60 kg. A man weighing 60 kg. A man weighing 60 kg is in a lift moving down. Is in a lift moving down. Is in a lift moving down with an acceleration of 1.8 meter per second square. 1.8 meter per second square. The force exerted by the floor on him. The force exerted by the floor on him is. The force exerted by the floor on him is. First option, 588 Newton. Second option, 480 Newton. Third option, 0. Last option, 696 Newton. Simple problem. We have already solved this problem. Similar problem we have solved. Tell me the answer.
Sir, C.
Option C is 0. Option C is 0. Nenapa, Harish?
Yes, sir.
Wrong.
Sir, option B.
Sir, B.
Option
B.
ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಏನ್ರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. F is equal to m into g minus a, correct? F is equal to m into g minus a, correct and wrong?
Yes, sir.
Body is moving down, lift is coming down. ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, weightlessness ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಯ್ಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದಂತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ನೀವು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೆಯ್ಟ್. ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಏನ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದಂತೆ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ನಾನು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ, m into g minus a when the lift is coming down, m into g plus a when the lift is moving up. ಸೊ ಏನೇನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟಂತೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್? 60 kg, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಮಾಸ್ is 60 kg. ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? 9.8 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ? 1.5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ. 1.5 ಎಷ್ಟು?
1.8.
1.8.
60 into what is the value here? 9.8 minus 1.8.
8.
60 into 8 is
490.
then option is
Option B.
option B is the answer. Okay, option B is the answer. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು?
7.
ಓಕೆ, ಬಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್, ಬಿ ಕ್ವಿಕ್. ಆಯ್ತನ್ರಪ್ಪ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 2020 20 ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. One end of the string of length L, one end of the string of length L is connected to a particle of mass M, is connected to a particle of mass M, and the other to a small peg, and the other to a small peg.
Sir, is connected to the
Small peg. Small peg connected to the small peg on a smooth horizontal table. On a smooth horizontal table. Smooth horizontal table. If the particle moves in a circle, if the particle moves in a circle with speed v, if a particle moves in a circle with speed v, the net force on the particle, the net force on the particle is, net force on the particle is, net force on the particle is, bracket alli barkoli, T is the tension in the string. T is the tension in the string. Tension in the string. Now option A. Option A. T plus mv square by L. Option B. 0. Option C. T. Option D. T minus mv square by L. T minus mv square by L. This was appeared in 2020. Now here is a table.
No, sir.
Inapa?
Repeat the question once more, sir.
Okay, pa. So now one end of the string of length L is connected to a particle of mass M and the other to a small peg on a smooth horizontal table. If the particle moves in a circle with speed v, the net force on the particle is given. T is the tension in the string. Now here are the options, 4 options. Now try to understand this problem. There is a table. On the table there is a small peg. Peg means, okay, you can understand, like there is a small, pin, something like that. Now one end of the string is connected to this peg. The other end is connected to small mass. Now here is the mass. Now this, okay, is made to rotate in a circular position. Okay, circular type. Now it will circle this. Now it moves with a certain velocity. Now always remember, velocity is always perpendicular or along the tangent. Now what is asked? Force is asked. What is the force experienced by the body? Can anybody tell me, okay, in which direction you will experience acceleration here? In which direction you will experience acceleration?
Towards the center.
Centripetal force.
Wonderful.
Towards the
Towards the centripetal. Towards the center means centripetal force. What is force? Force means what?
Mass into acceleration.
If acceleration is directed towards the center, okay, force is also directed towards the center.
Yes, sir.
Because mass is just, okay, scalar. Acceleration is vector. If acceleration is towards the center, force is also towards the central. That's why it is called centripetal acceleration. Centripetal force. The force towards the center. Now if force is towards the center, this will be equivalent to tension in the string. That force is nothing but tension in the string. Then which one is the option? Option C.
Sir, option A.
Not option A, it is option C. It is option C. Because centripetal force, okay, keeps the body in equilibrium. Otherwise, this body would have moved somewhere else. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಗೋ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೇನು? ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, just like in spring constant. Now here is the mass. You will allow to suspend, okay, allow to oscillate. It is always directed towards here because, okay, this is the applied force. Now it is what? The force, string force, that is actually nullifies the effect. In bandiradana string force vapas melgade tagondu hogutte. So here it is tension. Tension in the string that keeps the body in equilibrium. The answer is C. That force will be equivalent to tension in the string. Net force that will be equivalent to tension in the string. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, few questions from work energy power. Few questions from work energy power. Now the motion of a particle. Next question. The motion of a particle of mass m. The motion of a particle of mass m is given by. The motion of a particle of mass m is given by y is equal to v naught t plus half gt square. V naught t plus half gt square. V naught T plus half GT square. The force acting on the particle is, the force acting on the particle is, first option mg, second option m V naught by T, third option 2 into mg, fourth option 2 m V naught by T, 2 m V naught by T. Simple problem. Simple problem. Simple problem. See what is asked?
Option B.
Option D wrong. Option D wrong. What is asked? Force is asked. Force means what? Mass times acceleration. You need acceleration, but y is given. Y means what? Displacement. V naught T plus half GT square. Suppose if I differentiate with respect to 2T, differentiating, this is displacement. Differentiation of displacement gives rise to what? Velocity. Displacement ಗೆ differentiate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ರೋ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? Velocity ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Tell me what is the differentiation of, okay, equation 1. It is V naught plus half G into 2T, correct? Into 2T. This 2 gets cancels out. V naught plus GT is the, okay, left out item. V naught plus GT. So this is velocity. When you will get acceleration? Once again, if you differentiate with respect to 2T, again differentiate with respect to 2T. So dV by dt is equal to acceleration. It is nothing but what? G, because velocity not G term, T term. So GT value is G. Acceleration is G then. So now I substitute this value here. Force is required. Mass times acceleration is how much? G. F is equal to mg. Which one is the option?
A.
Option A. Option A. ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆಯೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆಯಾ? Now work energy power 2007 question. Work energy power, few questions from work energy power. Take the 2007 question. A shell of mass 20 kg. A shell of mass 20 kg. A shell of mass 20 kg at rest explodes into two fragments. At rest explodes into two fragments. Explodes into two fragments whose masses are in the ratio. Whose masses are in the ratio 2:3. 2:3. Whose masses are in the ratio 2:3. 2:3. Now here is a 2, here is a 3. These are the masses ratio. Now the smaller fragment moves with the velocity of, now the smaller fragment moves with the velocity of 6 meters per second. 6 meters per second. Remember, now here is the 2:3 ratio. 2, okay, mass 2 times the mass is very less when compared to 3 times the mass. Now the velocity of the smaller fragment is 6 meters per second. Now the kinetic energy of the larger fragment is, kinetic energy of the larger fragment is, wonderful question. Kinetic energy of the larger fragment is, now you have to find out now the larger fragment kinetic energy. Option A 96 joules. Option B 216 joules. Option C 144 joules. Option D, 360 joules. 360 joules. Now, anybody with the answer? Anybody with the answer? ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕ್ರೋ? ಹಾಫ್ mv². ಮಾಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು 20 kg ಮಾಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ.
Sir, option B.
ರಾಂಗ್.
Sir,
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ 20 kg ಮಾಸ್ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ 20 kg ಮಾಸ್ ಇದೆಯಂತೆ. If you want to divide this 20 into 5 equal fragments, 5 ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್? 2:3 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ 5 ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ 3 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 5 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಚ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? ವಾಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ?
4.
4 kg, because 20 divided by 5, 4 kg. So in 4 kg, tell me now, if 2 is okay, 2 is the ratio for first item, what is the first mass? Smaller mass?
8 kg.
Very good. 8 kg. And remaining is 12 kg. Now I got to know if 20 is divided into 2:3 ratio. Now the first case, okay, so the smaller fragment will be 8 kg, okay, the larger fragment will be 12 kg. Now I got
I didn't understand, sir.
ನೋಡಮ್ಮ 20 kg ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? 2:3 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. 2:3 ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್? 2 + 3. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? 5 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬಿ ಗೆ 3 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ 20 into 5 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಈಚ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ?
4 kg.
4 kg ಆಯ್ತು. ಆ 4 kg ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾನು 2 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಕೆಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? ಅದರ ಮಾಸ್. 3 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಬಿ ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು?
12.
ನೋಡು ಇವಾಗ ವಿಚಾರಿಂದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ 2:3 ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? Okay. Now see, the first body moving with certain velocity. ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ velocity? 6 meter per second. Okay. Now, what is the velocity of the second body? Any idea? Don't know. See, if you know this, now substitute the value here. You will arrive at kinetic energy of the second body. To know the velocity of the second body, heg madadu? Now 20 kg which was under rest, which means what is the velocity?
0.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ velocity ಏನ್ರೋ?
0.
Correct ತಾನೆ? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now can we also say the momentum of first body will be equivalent to momentum of second body?
Yes, sir.
Because both were under rest. Now it splits. When it splits or bursts, so it will be split up into, okay, or it will move with the common momentum. Momentum of first body m1 u1 will be equal to m2 u2. Momentum of second body. Okay, fine. Now m1 estapa mass 8, speed esto 6 will be equal to m2 esto 12 into u2 value ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ v2 ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ v ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಇಲ್ಲ v2 ಕರೆಯೋಣ. v1 v2. Okay. Now we don't know what is velocity. So how to calculate? 6 1s are 6 2s are 2 1s are 2 4s are. So v2 is what? 4 meter per second. Now I got to know the value of velocity. Velocity no siktu, mass sikkide. Substitute ಮಾಡಿ kinetic energy of second ಬೇಕಂತೆ. Mass half into mass ಎಷ್ಟು 12, velocity square ಅಂದ್ರೆ 16. So 6 1s are 2 1s are 2 6s are. So what is the value? 16 into 6.
96.
ಓಕೆ 96 joules. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಆಪ್ಷನ್?
A.
Option A. And most important, remember, smaller mass moves with greater velocity. Okay, if more the mass, velocity will be less. ಇಬ್ರನ್ನ ರೇಸಿಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಪತ್ಲವಾಲ, ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಮೋಟಾವಾಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪತ್ಲವಾಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ 1 dimensional ಫಿಗರ್, ಈ ಮೋಟಾವಾಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 dimensional ಫಿಗರ್. ಯಾರು ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಓಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ?
Small.
Less weight.
ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಸ್ weight ಇರುವಂತನು ಪತ್ಲವಾಲ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಓಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ದ ಮಾಸ್, ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದಿ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. ಇಫ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ, ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಟೇಕ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. 2011 question. Two bodies, sorry, a body of mass 5 kg, a body of mass 5 kg, a body of mass 5 kg is thrown vertically up. A body of mass 5 kg is thrown vertically up with a kinetic energy of 490 joules. With a kinetic energy of 490 joules. The height at which kinetic energy of the body the height at which kinetic energy of the body becomes half of the original value is. Kinetic energy of the body becomes half of the original value is. Original value is. First option 5 meter. Second option 2.5 meter. Third option 10 meter. Fourth option 12.5 meter. 12.5 meter. 12.5 meter. Now what is the question? ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ ನಲ್ಲಿ what is the kinetic energy of the body? 490 joules. Correct? Now this body is projected upwards. Assume here is point B. Now tell me, what is the kinetic energy at the point B? B is the last position. If B is the last position, when a body is thrown upwards, what is the kinetic energy of the body at point B?
0.
It will be 0. Now the entire kinetic energy will be converted into what?
Potential energy.
Wonderful. Now at this point, potential energy will be maximum, whereas kinetic energy will be minimum. At this point, kinetic energy will be maximum, whereas potential energy is how much? 0. Now, most important question is, now the body at what height? Now at what height? I don't know what is the h. At what height kinetic energy will be reduced to its half? Kinetic energy will be reduced to its half. Half ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? 245 joules ಇರಬೇಕು, because 490 joules ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 245 joules ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು? ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. I know one thing, energy, total energy of a system is always conserved. If 245 joule is the kinetic energy, then what is remaining energy now? Here at this point, let us call point O.
Potential energy.
Potential energy, can we consider it as mgh?
Yes, sir.
Now listen, kinetic energy will be equivalent to at point O. See, at O I am writing kinetic energy at point A will be equivalent to kinetic energy at point O plus mgh. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct, because total energy of a system is conserved. Kinetic energy a point ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 490. kinetic energy at point O ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ kinetic energy divided by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ
245.
ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ ಬಾಡಿದು
5 kg.
5 kg.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು
9.8.
9.8. 10 ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. h, now you have to solve for h, because at what height it will be reduced to half, that is our question. Now 490 minus 245 is equal to, so 9.8 into 5 approximately ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಇದನ್ನ 10 ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ 50 ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, assumption 50 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 50 h. Now 245 divided by 50 is equal to h. Now solve this and tell me what is the answer.
So option A.
ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ
5 meter.
5 meter ನೋಡ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 250 ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ divided by 5. 5 is at 25. Approximately 5 meter ಬಂತೇನ್ರಪ್ಪ? Approximate.
Yes, sir.
4.9 also doesn't matter. Approximate value
4.9.
4. ಬಂದ್ರೂ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ 5 ಗೆ ರಿಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ 5 ಮೀಟರ್. ಏನ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ 5 ಮೀಟರ್. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ?
No, sir.
Next question, 2013. Next question. One thing you always remember, questions, okay, keep on repeating. Questions ಮತ್ತೆ repeat ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Same questions ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ same question ಅಲ್ಲಿ data change ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. Instead of 5 they would have provided 6. Instead of 10 they would have provided capital T. Okay, so question ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. So do not worry about the question pattern. So just to stick to these questions which is sufficient. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 15 ಗಂಟೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು CET ಮುಗಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರಬಹುದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಂತ. ಫೈನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 2013 ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿ. We have already solved this. A gun fires a small bullet. A gun fires small bullet with kinetic energy K. A gun fires a small bullet with kinetic energy K. Then kinetic energy of the gun. Then kinetic energy of gun while recoiling is first option equal to K. Second option more than K. Option C less than K. And option D root K equal to root K.
So option C.
Option
C.
Option C is correct. ನಾನು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರೋ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಗನ್. ಈ ಗನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಬುಲೆಟಿನ ಮಾಸು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎಂ, ಗನ್ನಿನ ಮಾಸು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಂ. ನಾವು ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ v, okay, v1, whereas gun moves with velocity v2. I told you kinetic energy of the system is always conserved. Bullet with small mass moving with greater velocity means capital mass, greater the mass and lesser will be the what? Velocity. If the velocity is lesser, kinetic energy of the gun is what?
Lesser.
Less. Kinetic energy of the bullet K ಇದ್ರೆ 20 ಇದ್ರೆ 20 joules ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಇದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ 20 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ K is the answer. ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Sir, once again.
Okay, pa. Now here is a gun. Now in the gun, within the gun, there is a bullet, and the bullet mass is small m, whereas gun mass is capital M. We know one thing: total momentum is always conserved. P1 plus P2. This is momentum of the bullet, momentum of the gun, which will be equivalent to momentum of the bullet, momentum of the gun. This is after collision. This is before collision. Means this is before firing. This is after firing. Correct? Since velocity ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳಪ್ಪ, velocity is 0. Bullet to rest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, gun rest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Initial momentum, total initial momentum is 0. Okay? Now ಇದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಜೊತೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಜೊತೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ 100 ಜೌಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ 100 ಜೌಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬುಲೆಟ್ಟಿನ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ? ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಾಸಿಗೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ 100 ಜೌಲ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಗನ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಗನ್ನಿನ ಮಾಸು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಗನ್ನಿನ ಮಾಸು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು? 100 ಜೌಲ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಆಗ್ಲೇನೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ದಪ್ಪ ಇದೆ ಗನ್ನು, ದಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ರೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಓಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿಯಿಂದ ಓಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಪ್ಪನೂ ಇದೆ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿನೂ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಪ್ಪಗಿರೋರು ರೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಕೆ, ಕೆ ಗಿಂತ ಲೆಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ದಿಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೆ, ಕೆ ಗಿಂತಲೂ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ? ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನೋ ಅಣ್ಣ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pa. Just a moment. Now next question. Before we proceed with the next question, now listen. Kinetic energy expression ಏನ್ ರೋ? Half mv square. Correct ಏನ್ರೋ? Now multiply and divide by m ಮಾಡ್ರಪ್ಪ. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಗೆ multiply and divide by m ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ? m square v square divided by m. Is it correct? Kinetic energy expression is equal to half m square v square by m. ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನೋಡಿ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ m ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೋ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಹಾಫ್ m v ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಒಂದೇ, half m square v square by m ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಒಂದೇ. Can anybody tell me what is m into v? P. Momentum. M square v square. P square. Momentum square. Now kinetic energy is equal to p square by 2m. Correct expression na? Correct expression na?
Yes, sir.
Doubt ಇದೆಯಾ?
No, sir.
ನೋಡಿ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಒಂದ್ 5 ರಿಂದ 6 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರೀ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. 2015 problem. 2015 problem. Kinetic energy of a body of mass 4 kg. The kinetic energy of a body of mass 4 kg. The kinetic energy of body of mass 4 kg. And momentum 6 Newton. 4 kg and momentum 6 Newton. Second, 6 Newton second will be first option 3.5 joule, second option 5.5 joule, third option 2.5 joule, last option 4.5 joule. 4.5 joule, provided mass and momentum. You have to calculate kinetic.
4.5.
4.5.
Yes, sir. 4.5.
Okay. See kinetic energy expression. P square by 2m. Correct. P square is 6 square 36. 2 into mass is okay 4. Okay. Next 4 ones are 4 nines are 2 ones are 2. Okay, 4.5 are 9. So kinetic energy will be 4.5 joule. Option is answer D. Okay, answer is D, 4.5 joule. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಪಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀರಾ ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಗೇವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು p ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ 2m ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ 2015 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ ಫೂಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಿಷ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ
Option D.
10 minutes, sir.
next question 2016 next question a 12 kg bomb at rest explodes into two pieces 4 kg and 8 kg explodes into two pieces 4 kg and 8 kg. If the momentum of 4 kg P4 is 20 Newton second, if the momentum of 4 kg P4 is 20 Newton second, then the kinetic energy of 8 kg is 8 kg piece is 25 joule. Second option 20 joule. Third option 50 joule. Last option 40 joule. This was appeared in 2016. This was appeared in 2016. Do it fast. ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನಾದ್ರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ರೋ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಕೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟಮ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಪಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ಪಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರೋ ಮಾಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಪಿ ಆಫ್ 4 kg ಎಷ್ಟು 20 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಓಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅದು 4 kg ಸಾರಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 4 kg okay into velocity because I don't know what is the velocity of the first item, so velocity is equal to 5 meter per second. You agree with me? Velocity of first body is given 5 meter per second. ಏನ್ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Can we cancel this? Because it was under rest, velocity of total mass is 0. Correct? Correct and wrong? Now m1 v1 is equal to minus m2 v2. I need v2. If I get v2, I can calculate kinetic energy of second body. Mass of first body is 4. Velocity is 5. Or else you can call it as p1 is equal to minus p2. Minus P2, which is equal to minus 2 estapa minus 12 into V2. So 4 1s are 4 3s are. So velocity is equal to how much? 5 by 3. Velocity is equal to 5 by 3. Now kinetic energy of second. Esto kinetic energy? Half mv square. Half m esto 12. V estapa 5 by 3 whole square. So 1 by 2 or else 6. Okay, 6 into 25 divided by 9. So 3 3s are, sorry, 3 2s are, 3 3s are. 25 into 2 is 50 divided by 3. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ನೋಡೋ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಯ್ತು
Sir, here M2 is 8 kg, no, sir?
8 kg or 12 kg?
8 kg.
Correct, appa. Correct. So here is my mistake. So now here it is 8 kg. Okay, 8 kg means here you will get 4. Correct? Correct, da? Just calculate.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the answer. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ V2 ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ Is V2 correct?
Minus 5 by 2.
9 5 by 2?
Minus 5 by 2.
Minus 5 by 2 or 5 by 3?
5 by 2, sir, because it's 8.
Oh, here it is not 12, it is 8, right? Okay. So 5 by 2. V2 is 5 by 2. Half M V square half M value 8. V square is 5 by 2 square whole square. So it is 4. 4 divided by 25 by 4. 4 4 gets cancelled. Kinetic energy of the second body is how much? 25 joules. 25 joules. ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆಯನ್ರೋ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆಯಾ
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, pa. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Fine. So we will see in the next class. Next class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.